I wanted to introduce you to Dominik Plevnik, who's been with Auvoria Prime for quite some time. And Dominik has been an incredible trader, someone who I've learned from myself. And so, Dominik, I know you have really showed me, actually, I've learned quite a bit about trading from you. I've watched you mark up trading view charts as I was nervous about different trades, NZD, USD, GCAD, and yeah, I know, right? And but I wanted to interview you because I know you've been here for quite some time, and just to help people that are considering Auvoria Prime as a company to use their software, I wanted to get you on. So how long exactly have you been with Auvoria Prime?
So I've been with Auvoria Prime since day one, since Auvoria Prime was established. So it's already 4 years. So it's like from March 2020, and it's been 4 years. I've been here like for the whole, since day one.
That's incredible. 4 years, and I can actually say that in those 4 years, I remember seeing companies come, even some of the affiliates from Auvoria Prime going to some of these other companies. And I would actually venture to say that none of those companies are still around today.
Yeah, I saw the same thing. There's like a lot of companies that always come up and they have like the best thing since like sliced bread, let's say it like that. But it's really hard, like especially in the trading space, to create something great what we created, because we really start from scratch and we're always trying to improve all the things like infrastructure, like for affiliates, like also our products as our trading softwares from Gearbox, Kraitos, KraitosX, Flash. And we saw like a lot of products come also to AP, and we saw that they're not working as good. So we got rid of them because we just want like the best and the easiest software for people that can use. And we really want to make the difference like in people's lives, like especially using like such sophisticated softwares that we have. And this is like something that I see that other companies are struggling, because it's really hard to create like something good, especially like trading softwares that can work like for a long time. And we have like Gearbox that it's like been around for the last 4 years. It's still going strong. It's gonna get updated. We have Kraitos that it's like exclusively like just in Auvoria Prime. The guys that created Kraitos, they have an account since 2020 that it's trading more than $600,000 on them like for the last 4 years, and these are like all live accounts. I don't know any other company that can show like results and EAs like what we have, and that it's all transparent, that people can come in, try it for 14 days, and they can see the results, talk to other people that are using our software. So this is like why I think Auvoria Prime is gonna stand like the test of time.
Yeah, and even right now today, we know more companies are coming out. I would actually venture to say a lot of them are Ponzi schemes or pyramid schemes where, people are showing that they're making money every day, 1%, 2%, 3% a day. How ridiculous is that? It's not even realistic. I can't believe that people are still falling for these things. I personally, I'm embarrassed to say that I was involved in at least 2 or 3 companies, high yield investment portfolios, Ponzi schemes. But it's been, it's probably been at least 6 years since the last company I was in where I saw that it was a scam. I said, never again, not even if I can make money, because of course, then you invite other people and that someone somewhere is going to lose money. And I couldn't do that personally against my conscience and my convictions. But right, but well, Auvoria Prime, there are other companies out there with EAs doing good. But in Auvoria Prime, we got software that's doing 4, 8, 10% a month, and even more. Some people like to turn up the risk and manage their account a little bit more. What is your favorite software here in Auvoria Prime?
My favorite from all of them right now, it's Kraitos and KraitosX. But like, even though I use like all of the EAs, I use Flash, I use also Gearbox, like I love all of them. But like for somebody that it's like a brand new person, let's say that he was like never trading or was involved in trading, like the other softwares, let's say Flash and Gearbox, I would say they're like more for an advanced user. where Kraitos can be like also for a brand new person that just like the first time they come in, they see Forex for the first time, they can use it no problem because it's like really easy to use. They don't have to like learn a lot of things. They just set it up, put their risk settings in, like whatever they like, more conservative, some moderate or like more aggressive settings, and they just check it like once a week and that's it. And I really love the simplicity of Kraitos and KraitosX, and like especially all the features that it has included for the risk mitigation and like all these things. But yeah, if you're somebody that's like a more advanced user, like you can also go for Gearbox, you can go for Flash. Just you have to know that you will have to do a little bit more than what you need to do with Kraitos or KraitosX.
I love Kraitos as well, and I use it. Actually, I have 2 or 3 accounts running, smaller and larger accounts, testing different strategies that I see other people using. Some of the accounts out there are just crazy. I don't get the same results, probably because I'm a little more conservative. I don't take as many risks, but I've seen amazing accounts. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm going to ask you a question just about Auvoria Prime now.
Okay.
So Dominik, having been with Auvoria Prime now for 4 years, you know, that's fantastic. I'm even proud just to see that Auvoria Prime has been around for 4 years, because most companies don't last. They really don't. So what is it? If you could tell me the top 3 or 4 things about Auvoria Prime that have given you the confidence or have made you stick around Auvoria Prime, what would they be?
Like for me, it's like that everything, like first of all, that everything works. We're not like a flashy company. We are not like promising people like, you know, castles in the clouds. We always provide like value. We always give people like results, like transparency. For me, it's like really important that there is like transparency, that people can see everything. Then the next thing, like the back office, how everything is put together for the customer. Why? Because the customer gets like a full-blown back office where they get like VPNs, they get also access to the developers of the software, so they can like learn everything about it. So this is for me really important. Then the next thing, it's like leadership, like the owners, the VP, the CEO, like everything behind it, like what most people don't see. I have that privilege, like to see all these things, how it works. So this is like for me really important, like especially the leadership and who the owners are, because if they don't have integrity, I'm not gonna work with people that don't have integrity. I'm out. So we really have integrity in Auvoria Prime. Then the next thing, it's like for somebody that it's looking like from the outside and is looking for a home, let's say as an affiliate that wants to make like money, like really promoting, building a business like around products that work. Since day one and that I joined Auvoria Prime, like the commissions, like the payout, it was never late, not even like for an hour in the last 4 years. So this is like also really important for me. And yeah, that we are like here, like really like a family. When people come in, we like get them like with open arms, and like we're just here like to help them. And this is like what I really love about the Auvoria Prime: transparency, ownership, and also that like somebody that's really looking for a home, that wants to build a business like around the products that work, he can really do that. And and our calls always. So yeah, this is like really like the 3 things, like ownership, products that work, transparency, and then that, yeah, the commission and the payouts for the work that you put in. They were never like late. And I really believe that we have like something special, and once people see what we have, they will know like what I'm talking about, that we have like really something special in Auvoria Prime.
Here's another question. It was a good idea. And we might even want to come back and re-record this. This is good for me because it's helping me really think through some of the aspects that are good.
Can you hear me now, Bill?
Yeah, no, I could hear you the whole time.
Okay, because I didn't hear you like in between some Vowel comment.
You got it. Yeah, sure. So I'm going to ask you, so doing this, going over this, and I can see us maybe wanting to take another little block of time somewhere as I think through some of the things that you're saying, it's giving me ideas of what we can use for content in different situations. So I appreciate that. So I'm going to ask you another question. So Dominik, after 4 years here, what is it about the Auvoria Prime rewards plan that really lights you? Of course, a lot of people, if they're going to come to Auvoria Prime with the idea of building a business that they can own, what is it about the rewards plan that that you like?
So about the rewards plan, it's like we have like 4 different ways that we get paid, but what I like the most is the residual part of Auvoria Prime when we're like building the team. Because if you like think about it, like once you bring in a customer, like the customer, to really get that residual income, you have to have a customer that's gonna stick around and really use your product and pay for your product. So this is what we have. We have a product that works, and once people like reach like certain amount of their trading accounts, let's say some people are trading like with 100,000, 10,000, 50,000, and once they make the percentage that they make, like these people would never think about like to cancel the subscription because they're like happy with it. And like every single month that people pay the subscription, you get paid. Like for, let's say, worded, I put in like 4 years ago, I still have like customers and they're like with me 4 years later, and they're paying the subscription every single month because they're like using the product. And this is where the residual income comes in. And then also what we have like a compensation plan that has like no, let's say like in the small print, oh, you have to do that and you have to do that. We actually have like a two-tier compensation plan where we only built like 2 teams. We just built the left and the right team. And yeah, and like the spillover counts, like everything what happens underneath you, you just get paid. And there's like no, how you say, like flashing of the points, but it's just like what you bring in for the month with recurring commissions, new customers, you get paid for everything. So it's like, first of all, it's really easy to build. You only build 2 teams and there's like no fine print, or somebody has to achieve that or that you get paid. So it's like really amazing. And this is what I really like.
Well, I'm glad you appreciate that. You know, when we were going over the rewards plan, that's exactly what we had in mind. As we looked at other companies and different plans out there, there's a lot of smoke and mirrors. There's a lot of, it looks like you're going to make this, but then when you actually go and you start working, then you find out, how come I didn't qualify? And it's like, oh yeah, well, you need 40% here and you have to have so much here and you have to do that over there. And so yeah, we wanted to make something that was easy to understand. We're not a company that wants to hide things. Like you said, transparency. We're just looking to be straight up and build a reputable long-term company. So I appreciate you keying in on those things. So what I want now is just give me a straight testimony about Kraitos, because like that EFX page, we'll do just specifically Kraitos, and I think what would be good too is we'll do specifically Kraitos, specifically Flash, and specifically Gearbox for the time being.
Okay.
And I know Daverd probably will show up in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So these probably don't need to be. I mean, just share what you feel is most important. But yeah, so I'll go in. So Dominik, you know, we have a number of products here at Auvoria Prime, and I'd like to ask you, which is your favorite product and why?
My favorite one is Kraitos. Like simple because it's easy to use. It takes 5 minutes to set up, and then it just takes like maybe 2 to 5 minutes every single week, like to manage it, to look at it, if everything is like good, if everything is working, how it should be working. And this is what I usually do, like to check up like if everything is working on Saturdays. I just turn on my VPS, check if everything is working, and that's it. If I have to change something, I change it. But for the last 12 months, I didn't change anything, so it's running mostly hands off. The only thing that I do is just check it like every single Saturday.
That's pretty incredible, actually. And I don't know of anything out there that is like that. What kind of results have you been able to achieve with Kraitos on your trading account?
So I have like 2 accounts that I'm like running. I have like one account that it's like more conservative account. On that one, I'm achieving between like 3 to 4% a month, depends from the month. Right now, I'm like 4%, averaging 4% a month. But what is for me more important on that account is that I keep my exposure really low. So drawdown, like what it's like floating minus at certain point. The biggest one that I saw like now for the last 8 months was 2.7%. So this is one account, yeah, that I'm running like conservative, I would say. But then I also have like other accounts that I'm running like more aggressive on that account. Like the last 5 months, I'm averaging 8.5% a month. But yeah, the exposure is a little bit bigger, I would say, like something that like some people wouldn't like as much. I got like in like a floating minus on my account drawdown like around like once like around 15%. It's not like a lot, but I know that like some people can get scared of that. So yeah, if you're not like a seasoned like user, like at least like for 4 6 months, so you know exactly like how Kraitos work, I wouldn't recommend that. I would always tell people to start like conservative, and more the comfortable you get with the software, the products, the more aggressive you can go. But I always say like that, have 2 accounts, have one aggressive, have one conservative, and run it this way.
Yeah, actually myself, I've seen drawdown about 10-15% with Kraitos, and it made me nervous. It really did. And I actually closed out, and I did that. But then I realized over time now, when I see Kraitos in drawdown like that, I just let it go. I have learned finally to trust the software, and the market always seems to return. It might take a month, it might take 6 weeks. But even then, while in drawdown, Kraitos is still trading other pairs and increasing your balance at the same time. And I've seen that, and really, it's exciting actually.